Hey, so someone asked me if it was possible to disable CSS or specific style sheets in Chrome, and there are a few different ways that you can go about doing this. Now before we jump into the Chrome DevTools, there are actually two Chrome extensions that you should probably know about. The first is called Pendulum, and it's basically a set of nice web development tools that you can add to your workflow. And the idea is once you install Pendulum, you can actually just click on this icon, it'll show you a menu, and you can just click on Disable All Styles. To disable the styles for this page, you can disable inline styles, link style sheets, and it gives you a nice set of other options. There's also the Web Developer Toolbar. Now once you've got this installed, it gives you something similar. It's a little bit more comprehensive. If you head on over to the CSS tab here, you can disable all styles for the page, you can disable inline styles, embedded styles, print styles, and it basically gives you a nice sort of control workflow for setting what you want to be enabled on the page. So those are two extensions. Now there are a few other ways that you can control specific style sheet disabling. So I'm on Chrome.com at the moment. I've headed on over to the Elements pane, and I'm in the DOM tree right now. So I want to find some specific style sheets to disable. So I'm just going to Command F or Control F, depending on whether you're on Mac or on Windows. So I see that this page has got one or two different style sheets, and I have two options here. I can either right-click on a node and just delete the node completely. So let's see what happens when I do that. And as you can see, that style sheet is no longer being applied to the page. I can do the same thing to Tiffany.css and get rid of that. Or alternatively, if I want, I can actually just go so we just refresh the page. I can right-click on the node, click on Edit as HTML. So right-click, go to Edit as HTML, and then I can just comment out this style sheet. So there we go. I'm just going to go out of focus now. And very similar to before, we've now disabled the style sheet from being applied to the page. Now this is more useful if you just want to temporarily disable the style sheet for a few moments and then return back to it being visible. If you don't want that style sheet to be applied for sort of your entire development session, deleting the node is a better option. So that's two options. I can do the exact same thing to the Tiffany.css file. Now, another two options are going to the Sources pane, and here I've actually got so this is the Sources pane, and it's showing me a file tree containing the different files that compose this page. Let's refresh very quickly once again, and if I dive into sort of Common CSS and then Chrome.min.css, I can see one of the main style sheets for this page. Now I can just go and I can select all of the text, get rid of it, and instantly it'll reflect that the styles for this particular style sheet are no longer being applied. As you can see, it's the same thing as me going and disabling it in the Styles pane. I can then just Command Z or Control Z and undo that operation if I want to. And this is useful if you're working in a Chrome workspace or you very quickly want to just disable something without flipping back and forth between sources and elements. But there's another option available too. So you can go into Snippets. Now I have a snippet set up for a little Css Disabling Bookmarklet. And if you want to put together your own version of this, it's very simple. Basically what this is doing, and I'm sure there's a more efficient version, but this will basically go and select all of the different elements on the page. It'll set their inline CSS text properly, their styles, to basically an empty string. It'll go through the different style sheets on the page, and it'll disable those as well. Now there are a few different ways that you can sort of run snippets inside of the DevTools, but what I'm going to do here is just select this text, click the Run button, and as you can see, it's disabled the different CSS and style sheets for this page. And this is useful if you're working in the Sources pane already and just want to quickly hop on over to Snippets. But some people will probably find the workflow of sticking within the file tree to be more useful. But yeah, that's it. That's sort of 5 or 6 different options you've got available for disabling style sheets and CSS in Chrome, and I hope this has been useful to somebody.